powerlifting, as well as in explosive sports, there's something that's a very important aspect of powerlifting, and that is the idea of speed, right? So when you lift weights, the idea is that you have to pull explosively, right? If you pull explosively, the light weights fly up. So the problem, what happens is that when people work speed, is that when they pull the heavy weights, they start moving with the rhythm of the light weights. So they start changing their positioning too quick. What you have to understand is that with light weights, the weights are going to fly up. So really, the way I think about it is that when I think of speed, it's just for the bottom. Everything else is slow. You have to hold on to the heavy weights and not break. You have to go through all the correct positioning. So you need to keep the technique right. So if I'm lifting, bam, very fast, and the weight comes slow, and I immediately start changing my positioning, the pressure is going to go onto the wrong areas of my body. And that makes the lift very, very difficult to do. I end up using my lower back too much. So the idea is the speed will just help you on the bottom, right? And then just as the way a rocket takes off, when you see that big explosion, boom, on the bottom, it helps the bottom part, and then it starts moving slow. You see? So that's the idea of speed. Speed is not breaking, it's not lifting the heavy weights in the same rhythm. See, in the same rhythm as a fast weight. So if I'm lifting light weights, if I say speed, I'm going to come up like this. You see? Right? But if I lift with the heavy weights with the same speed, it's going to come up slowly. It's going to go boom. It's going to come up slow. You see? So you have to hold on to the position. If I have that rhythm of the light weights, what's going to happen is I'm going to break my positioning too quick. You see? I'm going to take the pressure off the legs too quick and put it on the back. All kinds of things happen. You see? So when you think about speed and heavy weights, the weights don't come up fast. So you need to have that ability to hold on and practice your technique. So you lift with speed on the bottom, explosion comes up, and then you hold on to the weight and feel your positioning as you're coming up with the heavy weights. You see? So we have to be careful with the idea of speed, because if you put in speed and you break positioning, you might as well just lift it slowly, because you won't lift the weight up if it's at your max or near your max. You see? So learn how to put speed into the technique and understand that the rhythms are different. When you're doing 60% of your 1 rep max for speed work, the weights fly up, fly up, fly up, fly up. You see? But when you lift with the same intensity on the heavy weights, the weights don't fly up that way. So you need to understand that you come up slowly, so you shouldn't break the positioning. Don't rush the lift for speed, and by the time you come here, your hips are already too high, you're stuck with your lower back. You see? So remember to practice your technique also with the heavy weights, 70-80%. You really get to feel the weights. They don't come up so fast, and you're able to also use some explosion, right? So understand that speed doesn't mean just something going wild, and then the weights somehow come up. No, it's speed into your technique, right? So a great way to enforce your technique is to be able to lift weights at many different intensities, at many different percentages of your 1 rep max. So by the time when you reach your max, the weights come up very slowly. So you have to be able to hold on. You see? Not just, you lift, you have speed on the bottom, and then you can't hold on, and then you fall apart, the weight goes back down. So remember, speed into the technique.